There is a name a believer is called in the Bible. Among the many names he calls us are the sheep of his pasture. He calls himself a shepherd. He calls himself Father. All of these names suggest being involved in your life and staying in your life until you win. Are we learning? Father, shepherd, guide. Because of his determination to see to it that you make it in destiny, there are many resources that he put at our disposal, like you'll be learning. So God is committed to leading us, and he's made provisions within the kingdom to see to it that we are directed accurately per time, per season, if we are willing to be led. So let me make the keys available to you. Number one, you want to access divine direction for your life, for your destiny, for your family, for your ministry, for your career. The first key is that you must admit that outside of God's help, you are limited. You must admit that outside of God's help, you are limited. 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 9. You must admit that outside of God's help, you are limited. Please search for the scripture for me. Not our sufficiency. That's the scripture I'm looking for. Not that we are sufficient in ourselves. Our sufficiency is of God. Can you find it for me, media? You must admit that outside of God's help, you are limited. Beautiful. 2 Corinthians 3 verse 5, not 9. Not that we are sufficient. Let's read together. 1, 2, go. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything of ourselves, my God, but our sufficiency is of who? Not that we are sufficient. I hope you know the person who is talking here. Paul the learned, Paul the anointed, Paul the apostle, Paul the miracle worker, Paul the highly intelligent Pharisee. And he said, not that we are sufficient. When a man of such stature tells you we are not sufficient, it's wise to learn. Jesus himself, when he came, he said,